Good afternoon, it's Dave the Urban Survivalist. I hope you're well today, and here we are rocking the black and white filter again in the office. Now today I want to talk about a book, but this is a book, in my opinion, which is the most important book any prepper or urban survivalist could ever read. Now we all have our libraries of books, don't we? Our little bookcases full of bushcraft, homesteading, foraging, mushroom identification, all these books that we have at home. But this book that I'm going to mention tonight is literally needs to be read again and remembered. Okay, now on my groups and on my lives and stuff I've tried to promote urban survival. I get a lot of backlash from this, from the bushcrafters and the wild campers and other prepper types from different backgrounds. But my point is, and it's kind of proven in this book, is that the majority of the shit hits the fan situations will end up with you in the urban environment. Okay, the romantic idea of bugging out in the woods is not going to happen for the majority of people. Now this guy, the author of this book, Selco Begovic, I think that's pronounced correctly, he's lived in a true urban survival situation and he tells his story in this book. It's so interesting. I must read. Now, The Dark Secrets of Shit Hits the Fan Survival by Selco Begovic. This book here, you can get on Amazon for about 16 quid or something like that. Okay? Now, this guy is a household name amongst the prepper community. He was a survivor of the Balkan War in the 90s. He was trapped in a city under siege in Bosnia. Now, the dark reality that he speaks of is something I've always tried to put across in my groups, as I said, on my lives and stuff like that. That in a shit hits the fan situation, it would be more brutal, probably beyond most people's comprehension or experience. Now, one thing I really like about this book is the way he explains how it all started and the conflicts, and then it was like fear and propaganda by the media, and then how it went from like being kind of everyday life into a shit hits the fan situation. Really interesting. Now, obviously, he talks of propaganda and fear by the media. He talks of sanitation and food problems, violence, murder, sexual assault against men, women and children, food and water shortages, no power, no police, no healthcare. The way of life that changed so many people into something they weren't before this happened. They trade and bartered. He talks about the things that were good items to trade and barter and the things that we guess you would think every day, like gold and silver, that didn't have such an importance as other things like matches and lighters and stuff like that. He talks about how they survived the violence, the gangs, the snipers, the unsanitary conditions, starvation, water shortages, other people, the friends that turned against them. And that safety in numbers and firepower was such a good asset to have. And he's saying how the houses with lots of family members and lots of firepower seem to be left alone by the marauders. So yeah, also he says that no matter how prepared you are or think you are, nothing can actually prepare you for the type of brutality and disaster in a real life urban shit hits the fan situation. It's devastating. Now this is, in my opinion, is a wake-up call to all the preppers, survivalists, online hard men that think they're Rambo. The importance of community, the importance of knowing people, knowing areas, knowing your local area well, and firearm ownership or weapon ownership. Now, if this book has told me anything personally, it's a couple of things. It was that nothing is guaranteed, that expect the unexpected, don't take anything for granted, and don't ever say it won't happen to me. Because they thought exactly the same. Same as my friends in Serbia. They thought, these things will never happen to them. And they did. So if you're a prepper or urban survivalist, go and get this book and read it. So there you go. So that is The Dark Secrets of Shit Hits the Fan by Selco Begovic. I did that with no spoilers, really. I didn't want to share too much information. I want you to go and get the book and read it for yourself. It's totally much better. I think it's about 16 quid, as I said before, on Amazon. It'd be money well spent and a good reminder how fragile society is. Anyway, short video here. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you've learned something or you go and get the book. Lots coming up. It's been emotional. I'll see you soon.